she ends up telling her mom, hey, I think there's a ghost there. I just saw a little girl there, and now she's not there. Well, the real estate person was with them, showing them the house, and she goes, I shouldn't tell you this, but right over in this area is where they claim this is where the devil lives. So there was another time that name had popped up, totally separate occurrences, or occurrences that happened where two different friends of mine end up hearing this, and I end up hearing where the devil lives. I also heard of seeing, of course, people in cloaks in the woods. Mancal Moeller actually was one of the people that got me into Blue Valley, because he talked about there being white supremacists and other things that were in that area, but he mainly talked about the occult activity. As far as I know, it's still up in the air, but there's a lot of information turning to that. I even had, at one point when I was living in Waukegan, the security guard from my apartment building had a friend who tried out for the Blue Valley Police Department, and apparently he was a police officer there because of the experience of supposed ghosts, as well as what he supposed experience with cult members of being in the woods. He ended up quitting. So once again, like I stated before, in this particular area, there's a lot of information, leaning towards some kind of occult activity. And that really kind of concludes some of the local lore that's more popular in the area. Of course, we've investigated many other places. Like I said, Baxter's Grove. There's Blood Point Cemetery in Belvedere, Illinois. Sheep Factory Road in Bartlett area. Actually, there's a couple other things in Bartlett. There's a silo that we got to investigate, which had supposed occult activity as well. Actually, Bartlett has a few cases of occult activity. It seems that more and more when I started researching into the local lore, and I didn't find ghosts, I found more and more people being behind some of these particular experiences. And just like every group, we used EMF readers, digital recorders, photography on cameras, still cameras, and video recorders. And it was during these experiences, dealing with the research and going to these local places, as well as dealing with the private claim or the private houses that we've done, some of the businesses, that I really wasn't getting some of the effects that I was reading in the books and what I saw on TV. I bought the EMF readers. I actually had more than what I had there. So slowly after dealing with this, I started becoming a skeptic. And really kind of deterred me from doing any research, because I was not finding what I previously experienced as well as what people were telling me they were experiencing. So I started turning away, and it was really later some of these influences that we're about to see right now that led me to getting back into this research and looking more and creating theories. And this doesn't, of course, what I'm trying to say is I haven't had physical evidence to say that ghosts exist, or let alone to claim that any of the properties that we visited had ghosts to exist. I really have more or less personal experiences, as well as just research that was told to me by other people. And this is where we kind of get into where I started changing. Like I said before, the EMF reader, I've never really had an experience to claim that EMFs are the cause of ghosts. What I did find in research is actually Dr. Michael Persinger. He is actually just one of many people that started doing research with EMFs. Dr. Michael Persinger is a cognitive neuroscience researcher and university professor with over, I'm actually going over my time here a little bit, with over 200 peer-reviewed publications. He has worked at Laurentine University, located in Sudbury, Ontario, since 1971. Through his research in electromagnetic fields and the effects of the brain, he has found that certain frequencies can affect human perception. He created the God helmet, which is a contraption that has solenoids hooked up to basically electrical current, and he's able to change frequencies to manipulate these experiences. He created the God helmet to conduct experiments of EMFs on the brain. The frequencies are found to affect the temporal lobe and the parietal lobe. The temporal lobe has to deal with actually auditory, has to deal with hearing, and the parietal has to deal with perception. So dealing with these experiences, we're knowing that hearing and our perception is being affected by it, and how we look and experience things. That's a huge factor in what this research really has to offer. In January 1974, the members of the Toronto Society of Psychical Research conducted an experiment to make, I'm sorry, I'm actually going off a little bit there. That's into the next. But once again, Michael Persinger and others started doing more research into this EMF's effects on the brain. He actually has another theory about people who are dealing with UFOs called plate tectonic theory, which is basically when we have earthquakes, people report or see spiritual experiences or aliens, which is very interesting because since we've had a lot of earthquakes, I've actually had a lot of people email me about personal experiences. I myself, during the week before and after the Japan earthquake, I had seen some kind of symbols in a mirror. I also could have been overworked, or because something else could have been that. But I was driving for a job. I do portable heating, emergency heating and cooling. So when something like this goes down, we try to get temporary equipment in to cool or heat the areas that are needed. I was driving to a job, and I had to stop at a rest stop, and I was in the bathroom. After washing my face, I looked up, and very vividly was this symbol. Of course, I didn't put anything to it. I just saw the symbol, and it just showed me in the mirror. I kind of was like, whoa, what is this? I haven't had no type of experience like this since pretty much either the death of my father or some of my early experiences. As the week went on, before the Japan experiment, for some reason I was downstairs in my office, and my girlfriend was coming home, and for some reason I needed to go to the bathroom, so I went upstairs to the bathroom, and I forgot what I was looking for. But anyways, I went to wash my hands, and I was brushing my teeth, so I thought my breath stuck. I was worried that she was going to tell my breath stuck. So I was looking for either the toothpaste or was it my toothbrush at the time. But for some reason, before I got up to upstairs, I had the feeling of running out of my house, for whatever reason that was. And another experience happened, I'll explain that too. It was during the same week. And as I went upstairs, I was opening the medicine cabinet, and there was my face, and then right in this corner, as I'm opening, I see my face making the most nastiest face, the most evil face that I could possibly ever make, even though I don't know what that is. But I saw myself make this face. And I freaked out. I closed it, and I was like, what the heck did I just... Actually, I opened the thing right away because I didn't want to look at the mirror. And I kind of started breathing very heavily. I'm like, what am I experiencing? This is the second time I'm experiencing something. And actually, prior to that, and after the experience at the rest stop, I had another mirror experience as well, seeing a symbol. So I had about 3 mirror experiences during this time of the earthquake. After I kind of composed myself with dealing with this, I shut the mirror, stand my hands on the sink, and growled at the mirror just because I wanted to, I guess maybe show dominance. I don't know what it was, but that's the first thing that came to my mind, and I quickly ran out the house. And of course I ran out the house. That was the thought I was having, a premonition in the sense of something that was happening before. So it's kind of interesting that some of these theories that started to play out, I started to see more and more. Another part that helped me conclude, some of this was actually reading a little thing about this artificial ghost, which started me thinking more about these experiences. In January 1974, the members of the Toronto Society of Psychical Research conducted an experiment to make an artificial ghost named Phil. This was supervised by Dr. A.R.G. Owen and took many months of seance to actually make contact with this ghost that they created. Since then, many other research groups have made claims to contacting this particular Phil. This was actually written in that book right there. You can actually find articles, written in the parapsychology book that I have there. And you can actually find articles on the internet when you search in Dr. A.R.G. Owen. Let me see if I get any more information. Okay. There we go. Okay. Another particular experiment that's very related to this, and I think we should all probably be doing stuff like this. Jason Sullivan from Midwest Haunts, he's kind of another influence. He's from the area. He's actually from Hammond, Indiana. And he kind of started off like me, a believer, and I use that word loosely. And as he got into the research and doing it over the years and investigating many different claims, he started to change his perspective as well. decided to do an experiment on his house. His house, according to him, is not haunted at all.